Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Star Drive 2, a space exploration game like Civilization in Space, you could say, or Masters of Orion 2. I've made a recording in English with the German word setting here. Now you can see it's all in English, so I want to apologize for that. If any of you want to help me with the recordings, meaning to be my co-moderator, please tell me so. I would be glad and enlightened to have you on my side. I used that at King's Bounty and it was very, very good. So, let's start. We start the campaign, and first thing I have to tell you is about these faces. These are the different races, but if you pick a face, you do not only pick the nose and the eyes, you pick the spatial traits. For example, these plant guys here, when you have them, no matter what you customize them, you will always have their ground abilities of healing on the battlefield, and you will get special technologies that only these guys can get. For example, a building that makes them happy because it's a solarium and there are plants, and a building that gives them food per worker, assuming they are photosynthetic. But as I'm not taking that trade, that is not the best choice for us. I think, as I like fighter-based ships, we're going for these guys today. They look a little bit like the Reavers from Mass Effect, and they quite have the same attitude, if you ask me. These guys, for example, here can squid liquid in battle that takes enemies' action points, and furthermore, if you pick a race, even if you customize them, you will keep the ships. Wolfgar ships, for example, are extremely small for their size, which means you cannot put as much in a Wolfgar cruiser as you can put in an Opteris cruiser, but these ships are therefore much more easily manufactured than these ones here. The bigger the ship, or the bigger the ship interior, you could say, the more space is in it, the harder it is to build it, the more costly. So, but I'll show that in a second. Let's customize these guys. So, I don't want to be lazy industrials, I don't want to be farmers, I don't want to be dumb, I don't want to be clumsy, and I don't want to be cybernetic. Now, what is there to know? For example, if you take high industry, always take tree hugger. Why? Let's take repulsive, because I'm not a fan of diplomacy. Why? Because if you're producing like hell and you don't have environmist, a little tree hugger, that all the production will go to waste, literally, because waste eats up production. The more you produce, the more waste you have, and your total production net income is industry minus environment. So always take this too. So I take clumsy spies, because if I want to know something, I beat it out of you. I will not send anyone to ask you nice questions. That's not my style. I take Termite Warriors because minus 15 life points in ground combat looks like bad, but I can compensate that with tactics. Same goes for life points on ships. We can do that. We can totally. Now you see we have enough points open to take one, for example, cybernetic, which is not bad because, well, in theory we can build our assets off with cybernetics in this combination, but, and that is, I think, more useful, we take rapid breeders and sacrifices. Well, why? Because with rapid breeders we can breed like hell, and with sacrifice we can sacrifice the people that we have too much on the planet. For example, a planet has a limit of 12 people on it, and we already have 12, and we have rapid breeders. Even if we not have heavy breeders, our reproduction is then going to waste, and we can do nothing against it. Each race except that has sacrifices, because if you have sacrifice, you can simply throw people in a hole, and you get research and money for it. So never waste a baby. So let's go on with the game. We take maximum galaxy size, we take maximum threats because we want to have fun, we take maximum difficulty because why not, we take maximum number of enemies because we want to see some action, we take an empire color. That is not my color, that is my color. So I think go Power Rangers. Yeah, these guys are not very talkative. They're drones after all. So, as you can see, they have got information from outside. Anomaly locked in research project. Power manufacturing sopronic logic corrupted by unknown process. So someone with all the other races is interfering. That is what we know for the moment. So this is our little empire. As you can see, there is a planet. We have oh, look at this. A person could get rich making afternoon stroll here if they could avoid being incinerated. Diamond rain. 6 PC per turn. That's wonderful. Problem is there is no food there. Here we have a very bad atmosphere. And this is red. I don't know why. So, first thing we do is we take our exploration frigate out of the fleet and put it there. But before I talk about that too much, let me tell you about something about that game scale. Here is mechanics, here is research. You can look what is in the research tree of each of these sections, and there is an experimental section, which means these are technologies that can only be researched by your people, race specific, and you have no idea what's coming out of it. This is your overview of the world. Your leaders, like heroes that can lead your planets or armies. We don't have that at the moment. And we have a little overview over the planets in our system at the moment. Oh, this planet is actually... Oh, this is our planet, and there is beautiful Gaia. Ooh, that's a nice planet actually. Beautiful. Plus 15 approval. You know what? We take that right away. Simply click on it, take your fleet, and advise them to fly somewhere, and you'll be happy within seconds. As you can see, this is the red circle is our influence sphere, and where we can operate, where we can refill our ships. This is the ship's fuel. If it reaches 0, our fleets will go into hibernation and fly back to the nearest base. Here is relations, we know, and we do not know anyone else. There is ship construction, just a quick look into construction. Yeah. Here you can construct your ships as you like them. This is like Masters of Orion. Ship construction is wonderful. It makes a lot of fun. You can build the ships you like, how you like them, and that's just great. Trust me. So, this is our command points. This means we can have ships to the total cost of 7 command points. For example, a small ship costs 1, a bigger ship costs 2, and so on. So, and if this reaches 7 or goes over 7, we have to pay the larger number in money. This is our freighters. We have none at the moment. This is our food summary, how much food we produce. This is our research summary, how much we research at the moment, and this of course is our money. This is the galaxy minimap, and let's look into the system. We have a wormhole here. I don't like that very much, because that means someone can jump right into our home with absolutely no time to react. That is very, very bad for us, at least at the moment. This is our planet. As you can see, at the moment we are researching. I don't want to research, I want to build. And I want to build a freighter fleet as fast as possible, because we need freighters to transfer food to other planets that cannot produce food themselves, like this one here, and we want the diamond rain for the income. Planets can have positive suffix and negative suffix, like this one here. Planets have a size, an atmosphere, mineral, which says how much hammers you will get out of each worker that you assign there. Hammers is the production. And gravity, and a maximum population. What else is there to know? Food. If you produce more food, it will be transferred into money, up to the amount of total living citizens in your empire, on your planet. This is sacrifice. Only the people that took the trade have this. This is the planet's surface. The more icons here, the more buildings you can build. There you see our little space station. This is our waste pollution, this is our production. If you see, the more people we put there, less output we get Oh, see, now it's getting up again. But primarily is the more production you have, the more waste you produce. So, reproduction. As you can see, normal growth rate is 1.3. We are very, very fertile. We know how to reproduce. So, we're getting a 100% bonus. This is our income at the moment. We have a +1 because for every worker we have, we get, for every 2 workers we have, or citizens we have, we get +1 money. And our buildings also cost money. So, there you see we go with +1. It's all explained, just go over it with the mouse cursor. We have the problem that it's getting a little bit crowdy on the planet, so -9. The better the colony mood, the more are we producing. These are our ground troops. Little flying things. We have no mechs at the moment, we just have ground troops, and yes, you can modify the ground troops to your liking. What we need is deployable shields. Why? Because deployable shields save lives. So, what else do we want? One with a healing device, one with a close combat weapon. I want, well, actually more medkits and more close combat weapons. Why close combat weapons? We have these laser rifles, right? Yes, but they have a minimum range, 4 to 6. So if the enemy gets too close, we cannot do anything against this. And this energy shields protects us, yes, but we cannot destroy it ourselves with combat with ranged weapons. So we better have a knife with us to destroy the shield if it's in the way. Because we can fire through it, the enemy cannot. But if it's in the way, we can lose our mobility, and that would be bad. So, enough said, we choose research. We are producers, so I take the Xeno mine. Because if you are not so good in producing, build this one here, because it gives you 5 flat production. But if your workers are already good at producing, so you're having a lot of workers, take the mine. So, time for the first turn. Fingers crossed. And we settle on a wonderful planet. So, first thing we build is actually a starbase, because we need command points in the future. And as you can see, we're producing food for the moment, because we need it. And in 22 turns, we'll get more. Approval modifier, yes, that is because, why do we have a lesser growth rate here than on the home planet? Because the more people you have on the planet, the higher the reproduction rate is. So these guys, if they come to 19, they will produce a new worker every 2 or 3 turns. So we're building fighter fleets, and we found a new system with world trees, +1 research throughout the empire. That is impressive. And spice, +1 5% weapon damage. Woohoo! Great planets we have here. Great planets. This is really good. I like this. So our freighters has been built. You've seen them here. So now we can start building colony ships. And luckily for us, we're so good at production that we build the colony ships in a reasonable rate. So this is GNN, the news. They will tell us that there are 9 races in total, and they ask themselves who will be victorious. They will be showing us the other races that we're up against. And we found another system with an ancient shipyard. Huge baron. Ancient shipyard means we can build. This is unbelievable. This is, I think, the best start I ever have. Unbelievable. So many good planets. Normally you wake up in a system with absolutely trash planets and there is nothing you can do against it. Okay, we have an overproduction for food, which I don't like, to be honest. So you start building here. Hammering it. Oh, now we have a minus production. Ah, crap. Okay, 10 turns. You see, our forces have encountered a derelict spacecraft unknown origins. The hull appears to be intact, with no signs of external damage. Most systems appear to be powered down, although a distinct radioactive signature indicates that the ship's core is still at least partly engaged. Bioscans are returning positive for life signs. Okay, we should send ground forces there, and so we will. How do we send ground forces? Quite easy. We have transports, as you can see. So we simply click on our planet, we mark our people, and then we say launch. And look at this. We've got a fleet ready to move. And we send them to the anomaly. Now you say, Boris, why are you not researching? Because I do not research by persons. I research by sacrificing citizens. So now we have really too much food. So, food shortage. No, food shortage is not good. 16 turns until the next one. Yes, at the moment our arthritis are working. So, as soon as the fighters are back from their job, we will be able to assign them again to transport food. And then they will be transferring food from this Gaia planet to our home. And we will be able to send more workers for the construction ship. And they misinterpreted my orders. Uh-oh. This could mean war. So, your forces have encountered a derelict spacecraft of unknown origins. The whole appearance, we know that. And now we have ground forces, we can send them in. Yay, 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 yay. Oh, this guy does not have any weapons with him except a close combat weapon. That was not clever. But, so. Away team to command. We've entered the derelict and forward locking hatch. No signs of life. Looks like life support is offline. However, we are getting some hot readings from the reactor, which is in all the aft way. We should have make a sweep to the ship and head towards the engineering room to investigate. Now you can see the enemies. You can click on them and you can see what they can do. They are close combat fighters. They are immune to biological weapons and they can shred us. They have 14 life points and 5 action points. You see our little flying guys here? There is also one other kind of guy, and that is the acid spitter. 2 to 6 range, so he has the same range as we do. And he does 10 damage. And he does it in a square. So if he starts firing on us, we'll be hit all together. They're drones. They look a little bit like aliens, if you ask me. So, what do? We maneuver around and get ready to block the entrance to our little compartment here tactically, and get ready to fire at the guys with everything we have. They come. Woohoo! We place our shields, and then, because we have range problems, we'll get a little bit back. Our laser carabiners can only fire on targets that are at least 4 spaces away. So, it's no use to get too close to them. As you can see, we have, when we do nothing, we have more time to fire on the enemy. We're taking action points. We're getting action points for doing nothing. Shit, I didn't want to fire. I'm really sorry about that. No, we cannot fire anyone. They're all too close. Okay, this guy here is getting ready to fire on us. But we must concentrate on the danger ahead, which is this little punk. So, as you see, thanks to the shield, we have no problems whatsoever with our little life points. The shield does what the life points cannot do. Keep us alive. Yeah, poor close combat fighters. You all die in vain. Uh-oh. Oh, lucky thing they're firing on our shield, not on us. Okay. This guy must die. So what can we do? We could... Oh, see that? He's under our minimum range now. But we can go here, have 3 points left, and fire on him. So he's getting closer to be able to fire on us. His problem is that his weapon needs a lot of action points to fire. So he can only move or fire in most cases. And that's what costs his life. Good thing. He makes the same mistake as the other guy. Oh, not really. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy, that hurt. Time to heal. You cannot heal. You're the wrong guy for healing. You cannot heal. You can heal. Go there and heal. Yoo-hoo! Okay, you take care of that little punk. Problem solved. That's the last of them. Stand by while we finish our sweep. Commander, the reactor is encased in some kind of organic material. It may be that these creatures were using the reactor as incubator. It's not too difficult to imagine what they were using for food. Yes, the poor people here. You could say crew burger. We have found the ship's armory. They have sweet ordnance here. Nothing we've ever seen before. Some high-tech looking stuff. For all the good that it did the crew, we'll definitely take some with us. Alright, there is no way we're going to get this ship started. This organic junk is everywhere. Controls are highly corroded, but some data may be recovered from the computer. We'll finish our sweep and give you a report when we've finished. We're going to plant some charges in evac. Hopefully, we'll never see these little buggers again. Woohoo! Finish! So much for ground combat, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. It's clear now that the derelict vessel we encountered had succumbed to the alien creatures found inside. Our away team's analysis of the ship's computer core revealed the technology on this ship is remarkably similar to our own. The star drive's design is almost exactly the same, both in form and function. An engineer from our own shipyards would be hardly pressed to tell the difference if it weren't for being marked in an alien language. Woo! They have the same serial numbers. The similarity of designs has given our linguists an excellent point of reference that has helped them to quickly decode the aliens' language and computer banks. Most of the data has been corrupted, but the navigational computer was able to provide cargo manifests in the course. This ship has been tasked with carrying a cargo that translates into leathery X from nearby planet to a system to a rendezvous point in our home system. Clearly, these mysteries require further investigation. We have added the coordinates of this vessel's origin to our map, should you wish to produce this mystery. Finally, the weapons recovered from the armory are indeed improvement on our existing weapons. Fusion carabiners are now available to our troops. So, this is the ship's origin. We could go there ASAP, which I think we should do. And we have found a new system. Oh, look at this. Fire elementals, which means bad reproduction, storm-wracked, bad maintenance, and barren soil, minus 0.5 food per farmer. Oh, this is not getting better. But nonetheless, you go to explore this. So, we did good, nearly great for today, and I would be glad to see you all next time when we investigate the home of the bugs and build our first colony ship and maybe even colonize our next system with the spice. Let's see if there are some dune worms there. See you next time. Bye.